Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Skagler Bones, back with another video for you today. And today I'm planning to do it's not really a long-term review, but it is the review of the Shimano Alivio 4000 group set. Now, if you have not fully seen my bike video build for the mountain bike, which is our Diamondback Response, I recommend you go ahead and watch that group of videos. There are 11 of them where I give some setup tips and everything on this bike itself, everything that I had to do to it. As you can see, we have some giant wheels on here which are not standard wheels, both front and rear. I had to change out the front and rear wheels for what was originally on here. This bike, by the way, some background for those of you who haven't watched those videos, this was a Dick's Sporting Goods special, kind of a special custom bike that Diamondback made for them, which I didn't really realize. Is Diamondback Response XE, which was kind of a cross between the Response, the base Response, the Response Sport, and the Response Comp. So it had the frame of the Response Comp, as far as the big specific tubing that you see here in the frame. It had the disc brakes of the Response Sport, mechanical disc brakes, and then it had the gearing of the Response, the standard Response, because it had the 7-speed at the time. At that time, the highest you had was 9-speed. Okay, so I went out and I found a group set which was pretty reasonably priced on Amazon, which is this Alivio 4000 group set. And the entire group set, not including a set of brakes, cost me right at $179. Now, you can find this group set from a couple of different distributors, anywhere from $179 to $220, which is a very good price for this group set. And that's where I'm going to kind of go over it. I'm not going to be talking about disc brakes. I didn't have a chance to change out the disc brakes to hydraulic disc brakes yet. That is something I'll be doing here in the future. There's a few other things I did, obviously, which you can pick up in the build video, such as changing out the wheels, changing out the stem, changing out the handlebars, things like that. And then I have a few more small upgrades that I have coming that you will see in the future. But I do want to kind of go over how this group set works and some nice features about it and what I really like about the group set. So far I've been on about 5 rides with this bike. Have not ridden as much as I like, just because I've been riding my road bike every day to work. So I haven't had a chance to ride this as much, mostly on the weekends. But I've got some nice good trail riding. As you can see, I've got some gray dirt and not sandy, but we have a lot of clay out here in Guam. And as you can see, I got some of that red clay all over. I've cleaned most of it off, but you can still see a little bit of dry clay on the bike all over the place. So not a big deal, but as you can tell, I have been riding the bike. So first of all, I want to talk about the rear mech and the cassette that it comes with. Now this is a 9-speed. Yes, there is a 10 and as well as 11 speeds. 10 is the most common right now if you're not running a 1x system. If you're running a 3 chainring system that I am running here, as you can see on the front mech, I'm running a 3 chainring system, simply because this is a hardtail, so I figured have the 3 chainrings on there. If I decide to go something, oops, sorry about that, a little bump in the camera there. If I decide to go something a little bit more hefty, I'm doing a little heavier stuff, I will go with possibly a 1x system and get myself a chain catch here and then just go with a 1x system. So you can almost make your own chain catches here. But that's something I'll do in the future. So I'm not really worried about that right now. So for right now, the big thing is I just wanted to show a budget build. So right now, rear mech, very nice. Unlike some of the budget, the stamping is on there very nice. It's nice gray. By the way, component-wise, if you're a road biker, this would be the equivalent of the Tiagra group set. So very, very well built And I'll show you some of the features it has trickle down from the Derailleur and some of the higher end group sets. So this is what they call the Shadow rear mech. It is a lower profile. As you notice, the jockey wheels, they have gone to these smaller jockey wheels. They're not the huge jockey wheels. The only drawback with these jockey wheels is they're not bearing jockey wheels. So if you want something a little bit heavier duty, and I have a video on changing out your rear jockey wheels on one of my road bike do-it-yourselfs, and I recommend doing that for probably this one. Now, is it really mandatory? No, because you're not trying to get the spinning performance that you're getting on a road bike, but it doesn't matter. It's still pretty good. Still get pretty good movement, as you can see there in it. Okay, so the nice thing is with the Shadow mech though, the spring tension is pretty tight. So despite, yes, you are going to get some bouncing in there, this mech is not going to lock into place like it will with the clutch system that they have now in the XTs and the Derailleurs. But you really don't, I mean, for the type of riding I'm doing, I don't really need that so much. It is a nice feature. It does eliminate drop chains and stuff like that, but overall this is still pretty smooth shifting setup. Now what they do is, this is a direct drive. If you have a direct mount system, which means you do not have a mech hanger on the back, as you can see here that I have, you can take the linkage piece off. This is an extra linkage piece, and you can just attach this right to the direct drive portion there as well. Okay, so obviously there is an even longer cage, by the way, than this as well. This is, and I'm trying to look at the size of these chain rings here. Sorry about that if my head is in the way here. This is this is only a 32 tooth, and most people are going with 40 and 42 tooth cassettes on the back, but I don't have a lot of climbing here in Guam where we're at, so I don't really need that big, but I could change that out and go to a bigger one. I have plenty of room with this. You don't really need the longer cage derailleur unless you're going with the 42. So this will handle, I believe, up to a 40. It's either a 38 or a 40. I have to look it up, but more than enough. I got more than enough play. Yes, 32 is not a whole lot. It's a lot of road bikes are up to that now for climbing gears, but for what I'm doing, the nice thing is I don't need as big because I'm not running a 1x system. So I have this very tiny, what is it, about 11 tooth cog in the front. So I don't really need a whole lot as much in the back with the 3x system. Okay, but as you can see here, your cable, now because my cable comes down here, I have this weird loop that sticks out a little bit here, but that's just because the cable system no longer goes down here and hooks into the back. It's made to reduce some of the cable tension that you get and to resist drag. So they have the adjustment up here, and it comes straight down and comes and attaches down here. So instead of being back at here, it's actually a better mechanism, allows it to shift quite a bit easier. So I can show you a little bit how the shifting goes on this rear mech here. So as you can see here, it shifts pretty smooth. You can shift up to 3 on the front. The other thing too is you have a two-way system, and I will show you on the front when we come to the shifter part that you can either push or you can pull for downshifting. Okay. So I need a little adjustment on there. It hasn't come all the way to the lower tooth, but that's something I'll do later. Fiddle with it, probably something to do with the lower limit screw. So not a big deal, but that's something I can change a little bit later. But as far as shifting is concerned, as you can see, very smooth up shifting. And with very little effort, I can double gears very quickly, and then I can go up 3 gears, as you can see. So I'm there on the second tooth, and I can go up to the, I don't want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 5th cog. So I went from the 2nd to the 5th cog in one shift. I can go all the way up, and one more. Okay, so dumps gears very quickly, very easy to dump gears. So multiple ways to use the shifters. You can use the shifter downshift with your index finger or with your thumb as well. So very nice. Okay, so that's how with this you get the rear mech. I got the cassette. I got the chain, and then we're going to kind of pan over, zoom out, and come to the crankset. So the crankset and the front derailleur. This is what you're getting with the Alivio. Obviously you're not going to get any pedals, but you're going to get a Holotech 2 front crank, which is really nice, like the Holotech 2s. Move this just a little bit here. Okay. So I really like the Holotech 2. It's lighter, stiffer, just gives you a better crank. So it is going to come with a bottom bracket, an external bottom bracket. For the mountain bikes, which is basically almost the same thing that I have on my Jamis, but in mountain bike form. If I can zoom in here, maybe. Let me try to grab the camera off the tripod here 1 second, and I can see if I can get you a closer view here. Let's see here. So as you can see there's the external bottom bracket there. It screws right into the frame. I'd use one spacer, as you will see if you go back and look at the build video. Okay, and as you can see, there's the Holotech 2. Goes all the way through, all the way hollow. On the other side, you have your bearing. You got the nut that sets the bearings and compresses them together with the cranks on the other side, but it's all hollow in there, which it does make for water clearance. You get water and gunk in there, and it can clear out pretty easily. And that's the nice thing I like about the Holotech 2s. Or one of the things I like about them. Also, is just a lot easier to service your bearings and stuff. Okay, so let me put us back on the tripod here. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so as you can see, obviously I got some clipless pedals, some Crank Brothers. I just swear by those. But you can look back, and I got a review on those earlier. The nice thing is this is the 4-arm spider that is the new system. This is brand new this year. By the way, if you go on the website, you're not going to find the Holotech 2 in the Alivio this year. This is really a 2016. It's a brand new group set. So as you can see, the trickle down has come in from the XT system. It's got the four arms here. Really nice, lightweight crank arms. Same thing in the back. Very nice. And in the back, you actually have some space back there for clearance. Really nice for the wider cranks. Sorry, for the wider chain stays. Okay, real hot, not nice, heavy duty cranks, but pretty lightweight. So you're gonna get 3 chain rings on there. So work pretty well. Now there is a newer style of front derailleur that you get on the Derailleur XT system, which is kind of a out pivot system. This is more of an up pivot. But it is set up. The nice thing about this front derailleur is that if you have cables that come underneath and come up, you can actually wrap it around. Let's see if we can get a shot here. You can see there. So this way I have the cable coming down and directly attaching into the securing bolt. If it comes up from underneath, it actually will come up underneath, and if I can show you here. Get a pointing stick or a knife. can see right here, this portion forward of the mounting bolt, it wraps up around this and then goes into the mounting bolt. So if it is a down tube type gear cable or internally routed, that's how you would mount the bolt, is up and around. And so it would pull from below, and it would actually pull this and pull it up, so that you're shifting here, as you can see right there. See how it drops, and then it shifts down to the lower gear. As you can see, granted I don't have a 42 in the back, but if we zoom out here, oh, sorry about that. As you can see, there's quite a big difference there. This is very easy finding here. We can go one up to the next level. That's the middle, down, and then you go up. And then you do have trims as well on this. It does have a little bit of trim. Not a lot, but it does have some trim on it. 3x systems don't have a ton of trim. They do have a little bit. So that's how that works. Very efficient as far as going between. A lot of these, they're very tight going between the middle and the top. I mean, it is tight for a thumb shifter, but it's actually very smooth. And it goes up on the upper chainring very easily. So, I really like it. It works really good. Okay, so that's the front mech and the crankset, and then the last pieces you get. So you're getting the rear mech. You get 1, 2, 3-piece, 4-piece, 5-piece, and then your bearing is 6. And then the 7th piece is the shifters, okay? So it's a 7-piece set, and we will go up to the shifters up here. Take a look at it. So I'm going to spin these around, and as you can see here, you have the Alivio shifters. They have the numbers on them. These you can't remove the number. I don't believe. You might be able to remove this here and cover it up, but it does have the indicators on it, okay? It is what we call the two-way release. So when you push to go up, you push down on the big thumb shifter, and that goes up the cassette, okay? To release it, you can either pull with your trigger finger like this, or you can push it with your thumb like that. You know, go down the chain. So you can do this to go up. Sorry about that. Gotta swing it around a little bit, and then you can either pull to go down, or you can push to go down, just like that. Okay, so pretty easy. It's kind of made to adapt to however you want to adjust your shifting. Very easy to get the cables out of here. You just have one bolt back behind here. That bolt comes out. Instead of taking the whole backing off, just take that one bolt out. You slide this plastic piece out, and then you can take out the shifting cable pretty easily. Okay, so it works very well. I have some off the aftermarket XLC. These some BMX shifter, or sorry, brake levers, because I'm still running the mechanical disc, so I didn't go out and spend a lot of money on those. I didn't want a lot of money spent on that. But other than that, as far as the system is concerned, as you can see, I'll give you one more quick view of the shifting of this thing, just kind of so you can see how quick this shifts all together. I'm going to try to get as close as I can to all the gears, so you can kind of get a good look at that. I'll do both front and rear. So starting from the bottom, as we pedal, we just go up. Okay. As you can see, you can dump all the gears pretty quick. You can do full shift up and go all the way up like that. So very efficient. Okay. Then you come over here and you can go down, very efficient for the front derailleur as well. Okay. Very efficient. You can also go all the way up, so you can go like this, you can go down like this, and then you can go all the way up. You can push the shift lifter all the way down. Sorry, I didn't actually latch it. So if you push the large shifter all the way down, it will jump up all three. So very, very convenient the way Shimano has now made this group set. Absolutely tremendous. So just wanted to give you guys an overview of this system, kind of give you a basics of how this new Alivio group set works, this 9-speed Alivio group set. The only thing we're kind of waiting is for a 10-speed of this thing. We haven't seen that just yet. We probably won't for a while, but same way you're not going to see 11-speed Tiagra group set. But it works really well. I really like how it works. Chain's excellent. Everything's really excellent as far as that's concerned. It's done really good for me so far. So really happy with it, and I will leave a link in the description below. There's also a link in the descriptions as well. If you go back and look at any of the build videos, I have a link in every single one of those 11 build videos to this group set, so you can look that up as well. But I'll leave a link in the description below to Amazon, to the page where I got this group set, and you can possibly get it too, because it's not available yet on the Shimano website directly. I haven't seen any dealers selling this just yet, but a lot of online stuff, and mostly coming out of Taiwan and Japan and Korea right now is where this is available, because right now it's pretty much only available from what I've seen in Asia or online. So, but excellent group set, really loving it, and hopefully if you guys are looking for a good budget system that works awesome, check this one out. So Shimano Alivio 4000, great system, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like always, make sure you hit the subscription button below. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. That always helps us. And subscribe. So that's it for me, folks. Make sure you guys keep riding.